So we're talking about graphing linear equations, right? And there's basically three ways the linear equations will be set up, and then there's the two special cases, which is the horizontal line and the vertical line. Still with me on this adventure of math? Okay, so if we have it set up in this form, we don't have anything to distribute over the parentheses. How you do this is you plot 0b first, and then you use m to find a second point. So, and this is known as slope intercept. Does that make sense so far? And then, so we had started with that, and there was different ways we had done that where I might have given you a slope and a point, and when you plug the point in, you could plug the point into x and y and solve for b, and then plug m and b back in. So different ways to go about that. And then we came across this one, which is known as point slope. Okay, and this is directly related to our slope equation. Okay, and how this works is you plot x1 comma y1, and note these are opposite signs. So if it was negative here, it's positive here. If it's positive here, it's negative here. That's what I mean by opposite signs. There's really not a whole lot more you need to think into that. But the reason why a plus would exist is because you have a negative and negative in that order. Okay? So we had point slope. And then we had, that. And then we did have the special cases. So this could be a vertical line. Vertical lines is x equal, where slope is undefined. So x equals some number. Okay, yes, x equals hashtag. Or you have a horizontal line where you have y equals some hashtag, which that means number, where your slope is equal to 0. Okay? So those are basically the ins and outs of what we're doing with this. And then the last way we talked about, and I went quickly through it, was having it like this. And A, B, and C, they are whole numbers. They're not fractions, they're not decimals. And we find the x and the y intercepts to graph. And I used what terminology to graph it yesterday? What real math term did I use? Started with a C, ended with an R. Cover method. Okay. There's nothing about saying the term cover that means math. Okay, but it literally is that easy. So I want to go through the problems that we have, and I know I had noticed some of these problems you couldn't see the whole problem, like it didn't copy well or something. So we could make it up off the cuff if we need to. All right, can I clear? So that was just to basically go back over through, take a look. So this problem, first off, tell me, what is this called? How is this set up? Is it standard form? Is it point slope form? Or is it slope intercept? Slope intercept, okay? So what would I graph first on this problem? What? -1. Okay? That crosses here. How do I find a second point? 2 over 1, good. And then what am I going to do? Rise over run. So what am I going to do? From where? Huh? Yes, from -1. Okay, so I'm going to start here. I'm going to go up 2 to here, and then over 1 to here. And then that gives me my 2 points. That's my equation. Okay? So slope intercept, you find the y-intercept first. Then you use the slope as a map to find a second point. You only need 2 points to define a line. Okay? So that's the first problem. Was that one of the ones I gave you yesterday? Yep. Okay, so you should have, if you were doing homework last night, you should have something similar to that. Did somebody have anything different? Did I give you? Yeah. Well, I was graphing it. I already knew the slope. This right here is the slope. So m is equal to 2. Hey, what am I missing up there? What do I not have up there with the 2? X. Because x is not the slope. The 2 is. Okay, so be careful on a quiz. We'll have a quiz Thursday next week. Okay? A week from today. Be careful that if I ask for the slope, you're not throwing an x with it. There's no x in slope. Okay? Did I assign number 2 as a problem? I don't think I did because you can't really see it.
You did the odd numbers.
The odds? Oh, okay. So problem number 2, I have to modify it, and I'd like you to modify it on your paper. I think it's supposed to be negative 1/2 x plus 4. I think. Is it a 3? Does someone have a definite? You have a 3 on yours? Oh, okay. So let's change that to a 3 then. On mine it was really light, so I couldn't see it. All right. So question. Come around the room. Preston, is this standard form, point slope form, or slope intercept? Slope intercept. Do we get a second person to agree on that? Is anyone kind of like, wait a minute, time out? Got it? Okay, slope intercept. So if it's slope intercept, Preston, what should I do? What should I do to graph this problem first?
Find the 4.
What about 4? What does that mean?
Well, you're starting at 4, right?
Yes, I am, but where? X-axis, y-axis, y-axis. Y-axis, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Must be an earthquake upstairs or something. Roller skating or something. I'm starting to get seasick. All right, Preston. What's my slope? Christian, what's my slope? There you go. What did Christian not say? Is that correct?
Yes.
Absolutely. Don't use x. All right, so Preston, I'll come back to you then, Christian. Come in. Thank you for bailing out. Preston, what am I going to do with negative 1/3? You know this. You can use your lifeline behind you. Not behind you. That's not. Go down 1 and then go right 3. This is negative, means I'm going to go down 1, and then I'm going to go to the right 3 spots. That lifeline should happen on test 2. Yeah, baby. All right. You know what error takes place on this, and I don't want you to make this error? A lot of times, students will say, I will use the slope from the origin to find the second point. And that's wrong. You plot your y-intercept first. From that, you use the slope to find the second point from the y-intercept. Okay? Huh. That's okay. Hey, number 3.
Yeah.
So I feel about number 3, I'll tell you what. Yeah. Number 3. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look at number 3.
That one's the tough one.
Yeah, I tell you. Did I assign y'all number 3?
Yes.
I did. Okay. Garvey, coming to you. What do you mean you don't know? What am I missing?
Everything.
What do I have?
Nothing.
I have an x and a y. What do I know about the x?
It's negative.
Woo! All right, so here is a question. Is this set up like this? Is it set up like this? Or is it set up like this.
It's nothing.
I think it's like the first one. But it's missing what letter? Missing an M and a B both. Okay. Now, hang on. Can I do that? And does that mean the same thing? Is it? Right? No, what? Same? Same? Look same?
Yes.
1 times x?
What?
Negative 1 times x is the same as negative x?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm missing b. If I'm missing it, it must mean what? 0. Is that now a slope-intercept form, point-slope form, or standard form? Slope-intercept. Darby, where's across the xy axis? Or where's across the y-axis? At 0. So this one happens to cross at the origin. If I am missing my b value, that means the b value is nothing. Nothing is 0. And my slope is going to be what? So from here, I'm going to do what? Down 1 and? No, but hang on. I told you not to start from the origin to find, using the slope to find a second point. Why is it right? The y-intercept happens to be at the origin. So this particular case, we're going to use the slope to find a second point from the origin. Huh. That's all. That's it. That one looked way more complex because it was missing a whole lot more. Does anybody have the denominator of number 4? 3 over 10. So there's not, anyone seen anything? Reese, you got anything there?
Yeah, don't you like start in the middle?
No, but do you have anything there? It's just it didn't copy on mine right.
Yeah, I know. I think I got it. Like,
No, but what do you have? Do you have it as a 3 over something?
yeah, they're there. Where? What problem?
You have a 3 in
4.
division and it had a 1 on yours?
Yeah, 3 over.
There was already a 1 on
No,
yours?
there wasn't
Yeah.
one.
You could see a 1 on yours.
Yeah, right here.
Did you make a one?
No, it's right there. I don't see a 1.
There was nothing.
You have a 2? Really?
I need her book.
I have a 10.
I'm so scared.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro.
I want to see yours.
Oh, yeah.
You got a 2? You got
It's a 2.
sweet. You got a good one. All right. So I'm going with. I like crystals because I can actually see something there. So problem number 4.
It's crystal clear.
All right.
I'm
Tristan,
What?
is
No.
this in standard form, slope-intercept form, or point-slope form?
Why am I being punished for my puns?
Nothing. You're not being punished.
No.
No, it's not one of the choices. Point slope, slope intercept, standard. Okay.
Slope intercept.
Slope intercept. It is slope intercept form indeed. Tristan,
What?
where is this going to cross the y-axis?
I actually have no idea because I don't have my glasses on. I just
Squint real hard.
said it out loud.
You can move up if you don't have your glasses today. You can sit in the comfy chair. That's not really all that
Oh,
comfy.
can I sit in it?
I know, but it's only got 4 legs on it, so if you rock back too much and it's not that leg isn't right behind you, you do the -5. I like it. Sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, -5. Still with me? Putting a dot. Crystal, being that you had the winning book, what am I going to do to find a second point?
Go over 2.
I agree with your over 2, but what do you do first?
Oh, go up 3.
Yes. Go up 3 and?
Over 2.
Perfect. I love it. Where do I start, though?
At the -5.
Perfect. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 up, and then 2 over. Still with me? Connect the dots. Done. Number 5 got goofy on me. Number 5, I'm going to write this up, and I'm not going to erase the other one. Number 5 is that. Can we agree right now that this is not in slope-intercept form, but one of the other 2 forms?
Yeah.
Does everyone feel comfortable with that statement?
Yes.
Casey, you with me on that?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, earplugs in. Okay, so everyone realizes this is not the exact same form we had been in.
Isn't this
What is it?
Is it standard form?
It is standard form. Standard form is you have your x and y on the same side, and your coefficients that are in front of the x and the y are whole numbers. It worked. Okay, now this is one of my favorite ways to do it. And again, it doesn't have, I'm going to find where it crosses the x-axis, and I'm going to find where it crosses the y-axis. And I'm going to use a method that has no math terminology ever, called the cover method. Okay? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up my values. So I'm going to cover up negative 2y. So I have 4x.
I can see it on your hand.
Do I act like it's only on the board? So x equals what? 3. X equals 3. My x-intercept happens at 3. All right? Negative 6. Where does it cross the x-axis? It needs to be as a point. 3 comma 0. Where does it cross the y-axis? I need it as a point. 0 comma negative 6. Okay. First 5 are done. Did anybody have a number 6 on that page? Or was it blank in the lower right?
Blank.
Okay, making me feel better. Number 6, we're on the next page. So I think this is page 89, I believe. Unless I have a different version than y'all. Can I clear this? Reese, my speed okay?
Yes.
Yeah, buddy. All right. I'm going to write both of these up. Okay, I'm going to tell you that both of these are in standard form. Work them right now. You have 30 seconds to work them. You have 30 seconds to work them. You have straight lines. I like it so far. Yeah. Yes, good. 20 seconds left to work these. If any of you have curved lines, you made it wrong. That's number 5 and number 6. And the cover method is going to take place on both. 10 seconds left. Who's not done? George, calling on you first. We'll get you done right now. Ready? We're going to use the cover method. You still with me on this adventure? These are both set up in standard form. You still with me? Ready, George? I'm going to cover this up. So 2x equals 8. So what's x equal to? 4. What point is that, George?
4,
Comma?
0,
Giddy up. All right, George, ready? 4y equals 8.
2,
2. What point is this?
2, no, 0, 2.
0, 2. So that's the y-intercept. Connect the dots. We are done. George, you feel good about that?
Yeah.
George, who do you want me to pick on?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, Casey. I know your name's not. I don't know. I'm just picking on you. All right. Negative 3x equals 12. So what is x equal to? Almost. No. Negative 3 times what number gives me positive 12? Almost. Negative 4. Negative 3 times negative 4. If I divide both sides by negative 3, and I'm not using that, so if I had this, you'd have to divide both sides by negative 3. So, Casey, what point is that right there? Comma? 0. There you go. All right, Casey, negative 6 times what number gives me 12? The negative 6 times 2 is negative 12. Negative 2, yes, sir. 1, 2. Casey, what point is that right there? There you go. Connect the 2 dots. Done. Cover method's pretty doggone easy. Cover method finds us where it crosses the x and the y-axis. When we solve for x, that tells us where it crosses the x-axis. When I solve for y, it tells me where it crosses the y-axis. So the letter that you solve for tells you what axis to be on. Okay, and a lot of times we'll ask you, tell us what the point is. Okay, 8 and 9. Can I clear these? 8 and 9. 8. Go ahead and work these if you have not worked them yet. You have 30 seconds to work 8 and 9. Steve, you're the first person I'm picking on. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm just picking on you. Everyone's like, oh, thank goodness. $20. $10. Here we go. Steve, these are both set up in standard form. You still with me? I'm going to use the cover method to solve where it crosses the x and the y-axis. You still with me? And where it crosses the x-axis is a point. Where it crosses the y-axis is also a point. You agree? All right, first one. What's x equal to? Oh, yeah, that one I didn't have to do anything special. Steve, tell me what that is as a point. It is positive 8. And what else? 8 comes 0. Okay? Does that seem okay? All right, negative 4 times what number gives me 8? Negative 2. Steve, tell me what this is as a point. 0, negative 2. Do I have 2 points to find? Do I have 2 points? Yeah, buddy. Done. Hey, can you find the slope of this? Watch how easy the slope is to find. Up 2 over 8. 2 over 8, which is the same thing as 1 over 4. So you mean I could go up 1 over 4 and land on the line? Yep. God bless you. Boat. You ready? All right. I'm going to use the cover method. The reason I'm using the cover method is it's set up in standard form. Standard form means it's not y equals. Okay? Still with me? So, what is x equal to if 2x equals 6? 3. I like it. 3. 1, 2, 3. Tell me what this is as a point. Perfect. I like it. All right, Bo, almost there. Negative 2 times y gives me 6. So what does y have to be equal to? It is. Good. What is this as a point? There you go. Connect the dots. There we go. I don't know about y'all, but I'm starting to feel pretty good about myself. We're doing some more. We're going to do the whole thing. Okay? We're going to do the whole thing, and then what I'm going to offer, we're going to offer a pop quiz that everyone's going to do well on type of scenario. You still with me? Yeah, baby. All right, can I clear? All right, there was one more on this page, which was this. TJ, help me out. TJ, is it in point slope, slope intercept?
It's in
Standard?
yeah, standard.
Standard. 3x equals 9, so x equals? 3. There you go. 1, 2, 3. What point is that right there? 3, 0. TJ, negative y equals 9, so what is y equal? Negative 9. What point is that right there? 0, negative 9. Connect the dots. Hey, if I wanted to find the slope, I'm going up 9, right 3. Up 9, right 3. What is that as a slope then? 9 over 3, which is? 3 over 1, which is the same thing as 3. Cool. Okay. All right, so the first few we hit, we did slope intercept. Then we did standard. The last one we're going to talk about is point slope. And remember, point slope is given to us as a point and a slope. Okay, can I clear? I'm going to clear anyhow. All right. All right, so point slope is identifiable because, one, you have parentheses usually, and you also sometimes have something with the y. Okay? Now, point slope general equation looks like this. Where x1 comma y1, where these are opposite values. Okay? Okay. Then, what point do we generate off of this? Looking at the blue and how the x1, y1 are opposite values as I bring them down. What's my point?
What's your point? Like,
What is the one point I want to use?
X and Y.
Yes. So what is x1 and y1 in the black equation?
Yeah, -3.
You're real close.
3, 2.
What? Yeah. Remember, it's opposite. Good. So notice, it became opposite. It became opposite. What is my slope of this equation? 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to plot the point 3, 2. And what am I going to do with the slope in order to find a second point? What am I doing with the slope? Use it as a map. So am I starting from the origin or am I starting from the point? From the point. What am I going to do from the point? I'm going to go up 1 and then over 2. You went backwards on me. So up 1 and then over 2. Okay, connect the dots. Let me ask you all this. When it's set up as point slope, can I necessarily see where it's crossing the x and the y axis real clear? I see where it's crossing the x and y axis real clear. I mean, it does indeed cross the x-y axis. It appears how my drawing is that it crosses at 0, 0. But do I know for sure? Do I know where it crosses the x and y axis for sure? No. Now, standard form, I find where it crosses the x and y axis. This is not set up as standard form right now. If I wanted to set this up as standard form, I would have to multiply everything by 2. So I'd get 2y minus 4 equals x minus 3. And then I'd have to get the x and the y on the same side and move the constant to the other side. That's basically what I'd have to do in order to put this in standard form. Okay? But I don't know if it's worth putting in standard form, being your graph is the same. You might have 2 different points that are defined, but the same points are going to exist regardless. Okay, so that was number 11. Number 12. Right. This is set up in point slope form. Things that identify it would be I have parentheses as well as I have something with y. That makes sense so far? What do you feel the slope would be? Or, excuse me, what do you think the point will be that we're going to use? -5, +1. Everyone take a look up there and understand why we're using -5 and why we're using +1. Is anyone still a little confused on that? Go ahead.
Where do you get the -5?
Okay. So this is what I wanted you to see. So notice that the sign here is opposite. It was minus here, it's now positive. The sign here, same thing. Okay? So this technically could have been written like this. Because you know if you have a negative and negative right in a row, it becomes positive. That's technically what's taking place. That's why that's coming down. And then this one could technically be written like this. But a negative times a positive is still negative, right? But that's what's taking place. Ray, what is my slope up there? Yep. So I'm going to plot -5, +1. From that point, I'm going to use the slope. So from that point, I'm going to go down 2, right 1. Done. Mac, picking on you. What point do you feel I get out of this equation?
-7, 1.
Real close. Your signs on your numbers are totally right.
1, -7.
There you go. You just went backwards on me. What is my slope?
-7, 1. Oh, okay. 1/3.
Yeah, it's what's in front. All right, so I'm going to plot this. 1, -7. So from there, I'm going to use my slope, and I'm going to do what?
Up 1 over right 3.
There you go. Up 1 over 3. Can't really see it, but that's how it works. Okay. Crystal, can I pick on you? Come on. What do you feel the point would be? Yes, okay. Give me a numeric value.
3.
I like the 3, but what's special in this case? Why -3? You're absolutely right, but why? You know this. You do. I bet you do. No, you didn't. Remember, this is the same thing as this, right? So it's opposite value. So I like the -3. What's the y component point? I like that, but same, huh? -1. Do you see why they're both negative? So these, see how that's negative and that's negative? Oh, come on. Hey. Get out of here. How no one can see. Get out of here. Other ink. Get out of there. There we go. Oh, phew. So, these are both negative as they're sitting. I have a negative there and a negative there. So these signs have to be opposite of what was above. And my slope, if I have a number that still exists there, if I have something in parentheses that still exists, what number has to be in front of it in order for it to still exist? Anybody? 1. So what's my slope on this one? 1. -3, -1. My slope, I'm going to go up 1, right 1. Done. Okay, clear? Alright. No throwing stuff in here because I might throw it back. Alright. Angelo, I haven't picked on you yet. Oh boy. Alright, what's my point? You got this. Earplug out.
Point. 3. -3. Yeah. Right?
Hang on. Okay.
Is it -1.3?
What you got?
-1.3.
Yeah, Bubba. What's my slope?
3.
There you go. -1.3. So from that point, what am I doing? Down 1, 2, 3, and right 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, that one just happened to fall on the x-axis. That'll work. All right, pop quiz time, and then I'm going to do the 3 special cases. Pop quiz time, and then I'm going to do these 3 special cases, or 2 special cases. All right, I want each of these graphed. Try them. Plot them. Huh? I don't know. Piece of paper. Notebook. Yeah, on your books there is a little blank underneath on the page in case you got your earbud in. So. Yep. Does everyone agree that they are in 3 different forms?
Yes.
I don't know why I'm playing with you. Huh? Why? You know what?
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if I
You will. You got a whole week to get them figured out, Stevie boy. I don't have any crap here. So I just want to.
Mr. Stirrup,
Talk to me.
like if I do this on the back of my book,
Love it.
I didn't know.
Sounds
do
good.
you have to turn it in?
No.
What if
If you can write it on the person's neck in front of you, you need to.
What if I do it on my?
Do what?
What if I do it in my head?
I wasn't thinking about it.
Right on the board.
If you want to write it on that board, go ahead.
Can we just all do it on the board?
I don't have enough markers. I only have 2 markers.
What if it's all in one big group?
Steve, you can come do this on the board. On this the electric one. Come on.
Son. I'll do the first one. That's just like. No.
I'll do the 3rd one.
You got this. I'll walk you through it.
Can I do this? I'll do this.
You almost had Steve up here, man.
I'll do the 2nd one. Middle. I'll do the middle one.
Middle, okay.
I'll do the second one. I'll just wait. Alright, yep.
Almost. I'm gonna grab that bird.
I can't remember which way I do
Can you do my mock trial for me?
No,
Why not?
because you're off task, my class.
Stuff.
Can I do it every year?
You,
Do it on the board, you got it.
The right one's X, right? Footage of ancient students.
I call that mock.
Oh, what? I know.
Oh, so he was an alcoholic?
No,
20 years in the
Left
dungeon
5.
it is.
20 years.
Don't put a dot. Okay, now you're gonna go up 6 for that. Close. Alright, and from that point,
He did.
his face is just. There you go. I can see his face right now. There you go. Go up first.
No.
Close. Perfect. Good enough. Good work. Alright, Steve, you're up.
That's how you do that.
Yeah, Steve. Don't let everyone give you a hard time.
Oh! Thank you. Are you recording?
Are you recording this right now?
Heck yeah.
Oh, you just dead. Oh! What's out of my mom?
Wait. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay, so 3 times what number is 4?
Oh.
You go down.
Oh, you got it.
You go up 2.
You're okay. Just make a new point. You're okay.
Nice how you feel.
Yeah, no, it's not like
Two times what? 12. We're waiting. We won't judge. Sweet.
Oh yeah.
You got the last one? Yeah, baby.
Oh, my body's not
no,
It'll write though.
-1. That's why you're
Okay.
like
Cool.
not sitting at this desk is like.
Where's it even coming from?
Because your hand's touching the ground. There you go. Sweet.
That's it.
Yeah, baby. All right, let's review real quick. Let's review. Okay? And those of you who came up to the board, it's still recorded, so now you're part of Mr. Sherp's classroom forever on YouTube. Or until YouTube crashes. All right, first problem. It was done by the cover method. So 3 times what gives me 12? Well, that's 3 times 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So that's that point right there. And then -2 times what never gives you 12? That's -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And then this one yields me the point -5, +6. So -5 and up 6. So that's that point right there. And then from there, I went up 3 over 4. Done. Like it. And then last one, I had y-intercept of -1. And I went up 2 and right 3. Sweet. That is exactly how you do those problems. You all got an A for now. All right. Guys and girls. Page 91. 16 through 20. Those are your special cases. Those are your special cases. It's recorded on yesterday's lesson if you need to go back and look at it.
Can I take a picture?
Yeah, buddy.
No.
You want me in there too? So, it wouldn't be wrong for me to give you guys a pop quiz on this tomorrow.
No.
I mean, I can't keep secrets, that's why I'm telling you about a pop quiz. Tomorrow you will have a total of 6 problems to grab. Two of the problems will be point slope. Two of the problems will be slope intercept. Two of the problems will be
Cover.
cover, which is
Cover method.
standard form.
Oh.
Sure, but I think I'll picture of the.
Yeah.
Hey, would someone work?